Hi, I can't hear you. It's clicks only. Or, like, is there water damage to your mic?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Does this mic work?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why my mic. Yeah, I don't know why my mic is being a serious butthole right now. I'm trying to figure it out. Don't know. It seems like every day it finds a new like glitch to glitch out on. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out. I got trusty old Logan, the tech whiz over here, is helping me out.
UFO Twitter.
What are you guys up to? What's going on? You guys beefing?
Who? No? I don't
Ooh.
think so.
Our word on the street is Ivy and Casey are about to brawl it out. That's what I hear.
Oh, I didn't know we have beef, Ivy. All
She
right, let's
keeps
go.
talking smack about me.
Yeah, you need to know that I talk smack about everybody, so what's your problem?
I heard that there's a rumor going around that somewhere out there's an AI version of you.
Can confirm. It's this one. And that one.
And I got this booze. It's called the Devil's Butthole, and ooh, it's like schnapps, but it's like 50%. And then you mix that shit with like some aloe, like that Bebida de Sevilla, and man, it tastes like you're drinking like a liquefied Trident bubblegum or something. It's really good.
Like a Four Loco kind of deal. Sounds good.
No, those things taste like shit.
I imagine the butthole, devil's butthole probably doesn't taste that nice. I'm not a fan of cinnamon whiskey or cinnamon flavors or butthole.
It can't be worse than Jaeger bomb. Or I mean Jaeger.
Yeah, well, this is legit pretty good. Like, I'm impressed. I just had like 2 sips of it, and like I couldn't even tell I was drinking alcohol, much less 50%. I also bought some Everclear, and that shit's like 100%
Isn't that sparkling water?
to an alcoholic, probably.
What's your beer type?
Every type.
Tell me how it feels to be a southerner and drink Budweiser.
I don't know. I'm drinking Coronas right now.
Oh, yuppie. I'm kidding. I don't know anything about beer. Used to be able to get
Yeah.
a Pabst Blue Ribbon for like $5 for a bucket, or maybe $6 a bucket. 5 beers.
What's a
A bucket
bucket?
of beers, like 5 beers. $6 for a bucket of five.
You still can. I think they call them like a natural ice these days, though.
Natty, natty ice,
No, it's naughty ice.
naughty.
What kind of things could be beyond our neural synapses? Like, I get that we don't see infrared or like, certain things, but that's a huge step.
I frequently talk about my belief in extrasensory perceptions being developed and heightened and as generations continue. Like, there are people who can see more colors, smell more smells. There are people who can distinguish more flavors. That's so
Ah,
weird because you just turned into Edward, and I was like, what kind of shenanigan is this?
oh man, I just realized, I've been talking to a mic that's has that red logo on it, that which means off. That's good. I probably should have turned that on.
Nah, you're good. Yeah, like superpowers, Casey. Like I think dreams have to do a lot with our alternate selves. I'd like to believe there are other me's out there, but that are different.
Me? Oh, me's. You. There are other Ivies.
No, there's only one.
Oh, well, now I'm confused. I'm about to
I
tap into
I
another
killed them
me.
all. Is why.
Oh, fire it up. Hey, screen, smoke a blunt with me.
The Sparka J. I'm testing my audio against Green. It's got on the fritz again. I don't know why no audio is coming through it. I mean, I had a baller DJ intro earlier. Oh, there goes that thing. But yeah, I had this huge like delivery on the show earlier, and I'm just coming to find out that there was no audio the whole time, and now I just feel like an idiot. But it's a good space. It's called Web3 Radio, Degens and Dragons. I think it's the guy that does that. That show that's like, what's that sound? Or no, like, if what's this? What's that? A show or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I do.
Was it on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
No, it's on Spaces. It's a really like great. The guy does like a full production on here. It's a pretty awesome show. Uh, he does like the whole like DJ. He has a great setup. But yeah, I guess he does Degens and Dragons in the morning now. But there's only like 5 people in his space. But it's pretty dope. But yeah. Anyway,
I like the title Degens and Dragons.
yeah, I'll share it. It's pretty dope. I was in there. That's the space I was on earlier, like a minute ago or 10 minutes ago. I was like yelling into the mic with like my big old intro, and I guess it was just dead air the whole time, which sucks.
You're in the mix with Degens and Dragons and Pokemon.
You're in the mix with Logan.
What up, though?
What up, though?
Oh, damn, my mic could. I woke up and I was fucking freezing.
Third eye
Must
shit.
be nice.
Well, you gotta kind of have a hurricane first.
Ugh, fine. I'm pretty sure that I said nothing was going to happen to Clearwater, and it didn't, I think. Just some flooding, storm surge shit. Also, our AC went out. Well, it froze up. It's frozen, so we have to thaw it, and that it's been off since yesterday at 5. So, but it stayed pretty nice in the house at night, overnight though. Not too bad.
Drain your pan.
You drain your pan. I know. I'm frustrated that that it happened because I know when I knew when it started not cooling off all the way at night, I was like, fuck. Call the service guy.
Yeah, if you have a shop vac, most of the time that's like the drain getting clogged.
That could be. I think it's low, but it's a package unit, so I don't know if that makes any difference. Like, everything's all outside.
You hear me? Hello, hello.
Yes, I hear you.
No way, it works. Yes.
Barely. It's kind of tinny, a little far away.
What about now? Is it any better now?
Same. It's the same.
Okay, I'll.
It's audible. It's clear.
Very clear, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to restart my laptop maybe, and I'll fix it. I think I just had the
That's good.
wrong thingamajig hooked up to the wrong thingamajig. You know how the thingamajigs go.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, you guys got a hurricane coming through?
Nice mic.
Oh no, that's I'm not using that mic. I'm on my earphones, which are just Bluetooth, which probably suck. But the other one's like a proper mic, which was sounding all tinny. But yeah,
It was a little.
hey, Screen, are you just waking up right now, or what's going on?
I am.
Multitasking.
Hey, Screen, did you know that me and Ivy have beef?
And chicken too.
And chicken, too.
Nah, but did you guys know that there's a type of fungi,
You and you?
a fungal mushroom or it's a type of fungus? It's a fungus that connects to oaks, and this method was used to connect cities, the whole structure of China.
You're killing me right now.
Is that mycelium? Is that the right word?
There you go.
No, that's almost worse. And I just had a weird experience. I just like had such a big fart. It felt like it ripped my butthole.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, it was
Next
wild.
time, do
It's
some
never happened
stretches.
before.
Yeah, I did one of those last night. It was like at I don't know, it's like 3 in the morning. Probably because it was like a paranormal hour or whatever. But I didn't even have to go to the toilet. But it was like 3 in the morning, so I was like, I got to do something. So I went upstairs to use the toilet, and I was like, let's just see what comes out. And man, it was one of those. It like ripped me half open.
I'm kind of mad at myself because the last moon was like a blood moon, and I like fell asleep and missed my ritual time. And then last night was like a blue moon, and I missed that too. So now I'm like extra pissed.
I read a thing yesterday that said a blue moon has nothing to do with the color or the cycle, and the blue moon was actually named for its frequency of occurrence because it happens once in a blue moon, which was actually coined before the blue moon was named. It's a full moon that happens a second time in a calendar month. I don't know how true that is. Read it from the internet.
Actually, that's true. This is extra long month.
It sounds like there's so many of you in there.
I feel like I'm being experimented on.
Right? Or it's like I feel like I'm in trouble or something. I'm just like sitting in this hallway and I don't know what's going on, but every time they open this door, there's like mad shit going on and Logan's in there just doing who knows what.
You damn right. Hold on. Oh shit! You can hear me now. Okay, so that guy you heard. Oh, hold on. I can hear myself. Okay, so that guy you heard, that's Michael C. Rupert. He wrote the book Crossing the Rubicon, and it's all about like how 9/11 was an inside job and all the kinds of ins and outs about what was going on that day, and about he's also the guy who wrote about the CIA like smuggling all those drugs to pay for all their illegal activities and shit. Who killed himself supposedly. But yeah, does this mic work any better? I mean, I can read my own captions, so it seems like it does.
Yeah, it still sounds like you're a little far away or whatever, but we can hear you and understand you, you know.
Does it still sound like I'm far away?
Actually, that's a little bit better, but now it sounds muffled.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking closer to the very long tin can.
All right, I gotta find the right distance. Okay, tell me what. Hold on. Maybe I have it on the wrong setting. Let's see. Ooh,
It
is
sounds
this?
great. It sounds fine. Everything's clear. It's perfect. But yeah, you're
Is it perfect?
audible. No,
Perfect. Is it perfect now? What about now?
it's
What about now? What about right?
it's perfect. Been perfect. Gonna be perfectly audible. It just sounds like a tin can.
Yeah, that ain't no good though.
Right.
So does this mic sound better? Like, see, like when you hear me right now, does this sound better? Hold on. Testing A, B, C, D, suck my knees. Or does this testing 1, 2, 3, suck my knees sound worse?
The second suck my knees sounds worse.
He said,
Man,
"Suck
and
my
that's the
knees."
proper mic. Wait, your name is Knees?
Drew, please.
So it's 9 a.m. I'm trying to get as plastered as I can before noon. So here goes. Oh,
Why?
by the way, what I was
Oh,
drinking
you
is called
moved.
Ruffles.
Why are you doing this? Sorry.
Oh, just because Natalie gets home at noon for lunch break, so I want to just be as hammered as I can when she gets here.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. You moved time zones. You're only an hour behind me now.
Yeah, I'm trying to shake things up. I tell you, like, keep things exciting in a relationship. You gotta keep them guessing.
I don't understand. Why are you doing this?
I think you'd be better off having another girl there.
Like a third?
What are you doing, Taylor? How's it going?
Yeah, that's who I'd pick.
Make the same joke.
Yeah, I mean, that alcohol that I was telling you, it's called the Devil's Butthole. It's called Rumple Rumple Mint.
Rumplemint. Yeah,
Man.
Rumplemints taste like ass.
Devil's ass.
That's not what I tasted. Well, okay, hold on. Did you? I said it was called the Devil's Butthole. Did you say it tastes like ass because I said that?
No, it tastes like shit. I used to fuck with this girl, and that was all she would drink, and like, it was fucking disgusting.
I liked Rumple better than Jaeger or Fireball. So at our local watering hole, the one where me and Brett actually met, the bar, um, they have a duo, $5 shot and beer, you know? So I would get the Bud Light and the Rumple rather than the Jaeger or the Fireball. Brent was Fireball. I used to be Jaeger, and then no more Jaeger, and then I was I'm no more Rumple mints either. No.
For all
Yeah, none
disgusting.
of it. Goldschlager, no, none of it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Aftershock screen. I'm certain that you were probably a former fan of Aftershock.
I actually don't know what that is, but I would have rather like fight everybody in the bar than take any of those shots. And I've actually done that a couple times.
The only time I ever fought in a bar was a giant black guy. But whatever.
I had like this, like a bad luck thing with fights. It was just like I would like be in a weird situation just trying to help people out. It was fucking horrible.
Oh man, those Rumple Mints, they come out like so tasty.
Just wait till you get the rumple shits.
He's already there. You could tell by the burp.
That's so much sugar.
He's borderline already fucked up.
You should take your blood sugar.
Oh man, I wasn't clear. Were you saying that you did like the Rumple Mints screen?
No, I fucking hate it.
Taylor, you love the Rumple Mints, don't you? Especially when you like chase it down with aloe water. That shit's good.
Are you really drinking aloe water? Like aloe fluid juice? Actual aloe juice?
Yeah, like that one with the big green aloe plant on it. Yep.
Bro, Logan's a savage. Like a real savage. Like, dude's probably out in the forest, like, doing savage shit if he's drinking aloe water and rumples.
That's kind of funny because aloe juice is supposed to calm your tummy, but then you're putting rumple on top of it, so your tummy's gonna just be like, I don't fucking know what to do.
Probably gonna give me like real smooth shits.
Eject, every direction. Don't care.
The same. Oil discoveries peak in 1962. We now use 4.2 something barrels of oil for every new barrel of oil that is found, and that the gap is getting bigger every year. In 2003, there was.
Hey, does that come through okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how we use 4 barrels of 1 barrel of oil.
Oh no, Taylor. What's this you got? I, what happened to India's moon landing, Taylor? Tell me your take on it.
What moon landing?
It's not real. It wasn't in the scriptures.
Dude, that was a freaking joke. Y'all really think that they landed on the moon?
Did they?
They've
I
been
don't. I
on
don't
the
know.
moon.
That
I
was
don't
the
know. Like I
worst
thought they were just taking
AI
pictures
I've
of it.
ever seen in my life.
I can totally see the strings in that video.
Dude.
Dude, India's had Vimanas since ancient times. You think they haven't been to the moon?
Dude, did you see that? Just see that video? Are you kidding me?
No.
What about it?
Yeah, that video's fake as fuck. The feet are cotton balls.
And
You should tell that to India. I think they need to get their money back.
Tinfoil and construction paper.
It's like a joke everywhere. Nobody actually thinks they landed there.
those are all materials that harness static electricity. So I'd double check that before I go spreading false information.
Well, tell me
What?
about the toothpicks. What do they do?
Same thing. Did you not know wood has electrical properties?
Okay, so I think we can all agree that the new title of the space is much better. No? Yes? What do you think?
It still says test.
Dude,
Okay.
that's ridiculous. Can you change it?
No, it's got to stay now. Sorry.
Yeah, if you put finger before buttholes, Taylor will just leave.
Okay, I fixed it, Taylor. Okay, Taylor, I fixed it. It's much better now. I think you'll agree.
Bro, look in the chat at this video. I'm not kidding.
So you're telling me other countries can't send probes to the moon, but yet Anunnaki are real?
I never said Anunnaki are real. I've actually said that Anunnaki's not even a word in Samaria, and that Zachariah Sitchin was a horrible translator who doesn't know what he's doing. But yeah, I mean, I do believe the Watchers are real.
That's false. Anunnaki is in fact the actual word. He may have
Well,
translated it in a weird way, but it's real.
okay, I'll do. I'll take that. But he did translate him in a weird way.
You
Yeah, I
fixed
don't fuck
it.
with this.
I read about him, Zachariah Sitchin, and I was just reading about him the other day too, because I've actually had this conversation a few times the past few days. So I'm gonna
He
keep
was
looking
like the
into it
Billy
deeper.
Carson before Billy Carson, right? Billy Carson just like makes up shit about these tablets with no proof, and everybody just believes it. It's kind of like the same deal.
Hey, did you hear that the Pentagon is announcing a new UAP website today for their all domain anomaly resolution office? You know this?
No.
Yeah, it was reported in where I saw it was defensescoop.com. It says Hicks takes direct oversight of the Pentagon's UAP office, new reporting website to be launched. In separate discussions over the last week, Deputy Defense Secretary Kathleen Hicks and the Pentagon spokesperson briefed Defense Scoop on their near-term vision for the Aero office. And apparently they're like launching a website today. So let's see what it says here. Blah, blah.
That's smart on their part, and I just want to say, people in the UFO community are such fucking idiots. I don't even know how else to say it now.
Wait, I thought that was a given. Why do you need to say it? What do you mean?
Because with that website, it's just like I don't understand why people are like waiting on truth to come from them. Like it's just like insane, bro.
Oh, yeah. So it says the Pentagon's second in charge took action last month, partly to help speed up Arrow's development and launch of a congressionally mandated public website where the organization will be expected to disclose its unclassified work and findings and offer a secure mechanism via which users can submit their own reports of possible UAP observances. Great.
See, and now that's just like it's just mind blowing to me. Like how many people will use that website when something happens to them and just hand them all the information they're looking for. It's just wild. Like you think I reported my incident to anybody? Like MUFON or anybody like that? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Can y'all please look up at the chat that video and tell me if you really think that's real?
Why wouldn't it be real?
Dude, just look at the video. It's clearly CGI.
Dude, I don't think you have understand. this new technology that has high amounts of energy pulsing through it does weird things like look fake on video.
Wait, I don't know why. Why are you sharing this video? This is a computer. This isn't. These aren't photo. Like, are you talking about the lander? The lander imagery? That's computer generated. That's like an approximation of like of what's currently happening as it's happening. That's not like actual footage. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean that video looks fake.
A fake of what?
I don't know. Apparently they claimed it to be real. And that's why
Well,
everybody's like talking about it.
talking about what though? Like that's not actual footage. That's just computer imagery of like what's happening.
Do they have footage of them landing on it?
I doubt it. Who's taking the footage?
So all the moon landing footages are fake.
That's the logical conclusion. I'll accept that.
Okay, well, how could we ever know we landed on the moon then?
Or there's a camera on the outside of the lander.
Yeah, I think maybe you got
Mind
confused
blown.
that was like real footage, but that's like just like the computer imagery of like what they're supposedly is going on as they're doing it. You know, like as like they're like probably like trying to land. They're like, you know, the computer's like this is what's happening. Like they're playing like a video game as like the thing lands. You know what I mean?
Look at this. Look at this. At the top it says, "I'm calling from your bank," and they're on the moon. India scams people all the time.
They are good on the phones. I'll give you that. They are good
Hold
telemarketers.
on. Scammers in India scam people all the time.
That's the scammee's fault. Like as
Yeah, I
soon
think.
as I hear, I don't know, click,
It's not my fault. I sound like I really could be from your financial institution or the billing offices for your doctor's office.
Dude, I asked them what road they're on one day. Like they acted like they were Medicare or something, which I don't even have. And I'm like, "What road are you on? Like, where's your headquarters in America?" They said like this weird Indian road, and like wanted me to believe it was in Washington D.C. And I was like, "Do you?" Oh my god! Like they couldn't even tell me where their headquarters were.
they love people like you, Taylor, because that job is so fucking boring. And then when people give them time of day, it makes their day.
I was. Did y'all hear my alarm go off just now? It was like really
Did
loud.
you say easily gullible? Is that what you said? You were easily or are easily
No, I
gullible?
knew that they were a scammer. That's why I was fucking with them. I was like, "Where's your headquarters at?" Like, and then they were like, it was funny to just watch them like stumble over themselves, try to figure it out.
I tried to get smart with one dude one time, and he fucking roasted me. He was like, I was like, bro, I don't even fucking know you. And he's like, oh yeah, you know your mother? I'm like, yeah, I know my mother. What do you mean? He's like, oh, go fuck her.
They get
Oh
very
shit!
angry. They do get very angry. Have you looked at that dude on YouTube that like scams them back? And he has this like voice generator where he sounds like an old woman, and he keeps them on the phone for like 12 hours, just like leading them on. And it's so funny to watch him get so angry because he'll sound like an old woman, and like he'll like play dumb and just like lead them on, like they'll like tell these old women to go to the store and buy like gift cards and stuff, and then like this like with a span of 12 hours, and then like they start redeeming them, and they're supposed to give them to him, but like he'll play dumb and he'll be redeeming the cards instead of like giving it to them while playing dumb as an old woman, and they get so angry they'll start screaming into the phone. You can just hear them like breaking everything because they just like wasted so much time. Have y'all seen that before? Man, I've died laughing at that dude. He's so funny. Like, it's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, my automated assistant doesn't even let those phone calls through anymore. So
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny to watch him get so angry.
Hey Taylor, what do you think happened in Hawaii? What do you think happened there?
Dang, I don't know.
clearly in the Bible it said it was energy weapons, Logan.
If the Bible did say that, I would believe it, but no, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't?
No, it didn't. You know, nothing actually exists out of
Do I
Scripture.
need to show you the verse about energy weapons?
If you did, I'd be impressed. So, if it doesn't exist in Scripture, it actually doesn't exist at all. It's just like made up by a hologram. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so you're talking about all of reality, and then the scriptures were written. So now what?
So, any figure outside the Bible didn't actually exist.
So you don't exist.
Correct.
I mean, I've never
Who
heard someone
the
so
fuck
like
am I
joyously
talking to?
accept that they don't exist.
I'm hearing Taylor fucking with y'all like an Indian telemarketer, and I'm fucking dying. Please go on.
Dude, y'all are gullible.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
you know
are.
who I'm talking to.
Anyway, I don't know what happened. I think that weird stuff went on. I guess it was the government. At first, I thought it was like, I don't know. It was weird how none of the things around the houses got burnt. I don't know. There was some.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't know. I just said the first thing I said was that I don't know, but people are posting videos. Like, I don't know. That's the answer. I don't know. I'm just sharing what I've heard.
Well, if anybody's answer is anything other than fucking nature, just please leave.
I agree. At first, I did think it was like, natural, but like I said, I don't know. Are y'all skeptical of anything?
Just the
Seven
government.
actually signifies the 7 deadly sins of the world, and that's not it. Because the torch. What
Is that
secret is
ancient aliens? Oh my gosh.
to many? The Statue of Liberty signifies freedom, but not a lot of people know what that freedom is actually from. Well, you see, if you look at the Statue of Liberty, the 7 points on its crown actually signifies the 7 deadly sins of the world, and that's not
That's a joke.
signifies someone called the light bearer, or you
Yeah,
might know
Lucifer.
Lucifer. If we put all the pieces together, you'll realize that the Luciferian
There,
agenda
baby.
propagated the whole time, and the freedom that the Statue of Liberty represents is actually freedom from God. It is said that the devil's ultimate weapon is being invisible. But if you don't yet believe, maybe you should be asking the question, what secret is the Statue of Liberty actually hiding? To many, the Statue of Liberty
Yeah, the
signifies
first
freedom.
part is a joke, but I've heard about it being a light bearer.
Oh, you heard that? I heard that too.
The light bearer, yeah, with the torch or whatever. And apparently it has like a shackle and it's like but that could also represent getting freedom from like Great Britain, but anyway.
What if I told you that it's about enlightenment and obtaining oneness, and it's actually a giant psi enhancing machine?
Well, like psychic power enhancing machine.
Yep, 12 people fit up in the torch.
Oh, so like that original X-Men movie was like Disclosure.
Yep, yep. Actually, yeah, pretty much. Not being serious, like people don't understand like the psi powers like behind copper alloys and stuff, and that's why like all that shit is made out of that stuff. And they put the head up first because it was shipped over here in pieces from a Freemason in France, and they didn't have enough money to put it all together. So they put the head up and started putting their intent towards it until they raised enough money to put the whole thing up. It's all about intent and focusing that intent.
Have you heard like the greatest like conspiracy on like why gold is
Oh, you can't leave me hanging, bro. Why gold is what?
okay, hold on a second. I totally played myself for a floor right there. Okay, here.
Do you know the most fun conspiracy theory about gold? No. From the work of Zechariah Sitchin, who was one of the guys who translated the ancient Sumerian texts. And he believed that human race is a product of accelerated evolution. The Sumerian text depicts these godlike beings called the Anunnaki who come here from a planet called Nibiru that's on an elliptical orbit every 3,600 years, comes between us and Mars. And one of the reasons why it came here was because gold is very difficult to find in the universe. They realized that they could take these suspended particles of gold, put them in their atmosphere, and it would protect them because their atmosphere was eroding. This would be like reflective particles they spray in the atmosphere.
You know that one?
Yeah, I don't so much
Their
agree
atmosphere is
with,
eroding. What a joke. I mean,
but I do agree with them coming here for gold, but not for the reasons that he says. And I also think Nibiru, like it could be a planet, but it's more of like an X point.
I believe
Like what?
like I think that
It means place of crossing. I'm pretty sure it's like where the magnetic fields overlap. You know, I'm always talking about the X points and shit. It
Yep.
seems more like that than an actual planet, or maybe every so often their planet gets close enough to where they can use those X points or whatever. But yeah, gold's like the only thing that doesn't like it doesn't degrade over time, and a lot of the step pyramids they actually are set up like a giant gold panning operation. It's very interesting.
Oh, my main man, Prisma's here. What's up, Mellow Demon? Thane, what's up, guys? Hallelujah,
I've
Jesus.
heard of Nibiru though.
Prism probably
Gangsters.
I
knows
kind of
about
could
this
get
stuff.
on board with that for sure. Like Nibiru, like the one that's gonna
Yeah,
hit
and
us one day. Which one is that? Is that Nibiru?
no, not that one. Because where's that at?
What's
Like,
that one
why don't we
called?
see that? They mix it up. They call it different shit. Planet X, Nibiru. They mix them all together. But as far as like the whole the gold thing, it's it kind of makes sense. Look at what we're doing, right? We're now in like a space race, which it's really been going the past 40 years, but we're going to start mining everything that's not Earth, right? To save our limited resources. And say whatever place we go to, if we there was this little thing amongst this early stages, once they came to fruition, they would see all the shit left behind from the mining operations, and it's like almost exactly what we're going through right now. It's insane.
Hi, what are we talking about right now?
Everything and nothing. Also, hey, Mellow Demon, you're like way better at these like space titles than me. I don't know what to make of it. But if you could help me out there, that'd be great.
Hey, wonderful to see you all. Yes, face tiles. What are we talking about?
I'll see y'all later.
Oh no! Scream, we need you.
So where'd Screen go? Oh, okay, there he is.
Mr. Logan, what could I assist you with? I couldn't quite hear what you're referring to.
Oh, the title of the space. It's gone from test to testing buttholes to India is fake to miners gonna mine, and now I don't know what to
Okay,
make of it.
tiles is what I thought you said, but title. Now that makes sense. Okay, cool. Well, let's harness the focus of our conversation.
Logan,
The title will emerge organically. Just stay tuned.
why does Logan sound different?
I sound different?
Because he's a clone.
Yeah, it's a facility of a facility. It's a few generations down, so it's just a little lower resolution, but it's still Logan. Don't worry.
Okay.
I've been drinking Rumple Stilts. Oh no, it's called Rumple Mints. Maybe that's
No,
why.
I'm actually tipsy right now and I never drink alcohol. So this is a very rare occasion.
Oh wow! Praise God. What are you celebrating? Are you what inspired this tipsy?
No, I have a friend who's visiting the island, and I went out and I just had some drinks. And so yeah, I don't usually fuck with alcohol, but I am kind of tipsy, so
All right. Well, enjoy yourself. It's still the morning here. What time is it in your island paradise?
it's 10:30, so it's like an hour and a half past my bedtime. It's all good. I wanted to see if anyone was up.
All right.
You know, we
Thought someone was talking there, but okay, cool. I'm glad you have someone visiting you and all. Yeah, I just kind of hopped in, Mr. Logan. So you had you guys were talking about like reappearing planets or something. What's going on here?
They were talking about Nibiru.
Yeah, and we're talking about like why gold is so valuable, or like, just like the Anunnaki theory from Zachariah Sitchin or whatever the translation.
Interesting.
Okay, I think I might have a. If we continue on this topic, I think I have a title, but I'm not very knowledgeable on these Anunnaki rituals. And yeah, let's. But please educate me. Are you familiar with these claims?
Apparently, they can't hear from their planet to get gold. Well, just according to what I just heard, like, and to put in their atmosphere to reflect because their atmosphere is like fading or something, which I do not believe that crap at all. I think that gold could be like very like electroconductive and be used for technology, and maybe that's why they want to do it because like, sorry, I have the hiccups. Yeah, like maybe they could use it for their technology because they share technology with us and whatever evil
Boom.
plans they have. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's the case, but I
Did that
don't
fix
think
your
they're
hiccups? I was trying to
like
fix your hiccup.
mining
Didn't
it.
work. Okay, sorry.
I don't think that they're mining it for another planet or anything like that.
Okay, did I cure your hiccups?
Oh no,
Okay, it only works with children probably, but okay, it was worth a try. That's like my first attempt.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Well, surprise is part
Okay,
of the
so
idea. Yeah, so
I'm reading this thing. I'm reading this thing that says that apparently, like Lyrans, like Lyran, apparently they discovered that gold enabled them to live longer. Like gold increased their longevity, but provided them with superconductivity, which gave them the ability to be very telepathic. Which I don't know. I I think there's something to be said about gold and electromagnetism and the Egyptians wearing a lot of gold. Like I really feel like there's something there to explore. I don't know if anyone has brought up Egyptians and gold and how the pyramids were topped with gold.
That is a very interesting and valid point. Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff to do with gold and like the importance of it.
And like for instance, the
Like I've
capestone that goes on top of the pyramid, that also has a conduction or a conductor of electromagnet, or what is it, magnetism maybe.
Oh, I love the new space title. Also, tell me if this works. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. It's about Nibiru.
Conspiracy theory into a lot of drama. Nibiru is a hypothetical world about 5 times the size of Earth that supposedly lies somewhere at the edge of the solar system, way past Neptune, and was prophesied to collide with Earth and destroy us all. But its existence is pure pseudoscience. The idea came to life in 1995 thanks to Nancy Lieder, founder of the
Wait, hold on. I just heard the word pseudoscience. I'm not having it.
Wait, keep playing the video though.
website Zeta Talk. She went so far as to claim that she has the ability to receive messages from extraterrestrials from the Zeta Reticuli star system through an implant in her brain. Well, you be the judge. There is absolutely no scientific evidence about this hypothesized world, and the idea was continuously rejected by astronomers as an internet hoax. There's nothing larger than a couple of 100 meters.
And who gives a shit what those internet astronomers say? Nibiru's real.
You just said it was
Hey,
super
Mello.
sonic.
Yeah, I mean, people say it all the time, but that doesn't mean anything. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mello. I was just gonna ask quickly. What do you think about the India moon landing?
Oh, well, it's something I want to learn more about. I was just educating myself about the Artemis 3 upcoming mission, and uh, will you tell me more? I will start reading about it right now.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't know anything more about it. She says that it's fake and that it's a joke and that
Wait, wait.
India's moon landing is as fake as like our moon landing.
Yeah, I
Everyone's
mean,
saying
I
it's
just
fake.
I watched the news briefly when it happened, and it was just kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I just didn't really haven't taken a deep dive. What? Yeah, so it's fake, perhaps.
Perhaps, yeah. Everybody's saying it's fake, and okay, so we just had a discussion earlier. I posted up in the chat like a video of them landing on Earth or something, but Logan said that's just like a CGI that they make, because there's no way they could have recorded them landing on it.
Yeah, I remember when I was watching well, yeah, when I watched the news, it appeared that it had a little like I think disclaimer that said, this is like it was like for their mission to simulate, what it was supposed to look like when they landed, I guess,
But
right?
they didn't attach a video camera to their lander.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too when I saw it. I'm like, they couldn't have just hooked it up. I was like thinking, oh, because I was watching it live, maybe like they couldn't do it live for some reason. But yeah, that's a good question.
That's a good question. I was gonna say there's an Indian guy that just came up here. I thought he was gonna defend India. Damn it. So yeah, yeah, like when they like landed on the moon, it was like a bunch of like geeks in India like saying like oh vector 2 no vector squad 9 forward over or whatever, and they had like a computer simulation thing going on, and like there wasn't like actual like footage, right? That's what they showed on the news, like just like computer generated shit, right? That wasn't like actual footage. That's why it looked fake, because it wasn't actual footage. Like who was outside the India moonlander like filming the landing, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for their
Even if you look
facility,
at
they
China,
did a
sorry,
video. Oh, please continue.
no, go ahead.
I do insist. Please continue.
I mean, if
You're,
all
you're
that
the co-host.
video camera.
Yes, I'm using my co-host authority. I insist. Please continue.
Taylor, save us.
Right. So if no one else is speaking as it appears, and if someone is, my apologies. Yeah, I mean, there is, the moon landing was part scientific, in part, mass propaganda. And those things are the marketing aspect obviously was huge all the way throughout, and there was clearly, I'm sure, in all these examples of any national efforts to go to the moon and space in general, there's a bunch of BS and you know production that goes into the sort of presentation of this stuff. So sifting through what is real and what is completely fabricated is part of the fun as the viewer.
So do they film that landing with like a satellite? How do they allege that they filmed that?
Camera arms. They should have shown camera arms. I mean, if you're going through all that production, someone in the room should have said, hey, how would we be filming that?
Should there have been? I mean, I don't know. How do you get a video camera onto like a lander that's landing on the moon, like in space? I don't know how that works.
How do they get that four-wheel drive vehicle up there too? I want to know that also.
Look, I got a picture of whoever recorded it right there.
Hey, Eric, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, bro?
I don't know. I apparently have a UFO Twitter got in different locker rooms than I ever got in, because I never heard locker rooms talk like I heard in that space last night. That's all I got to say about it. You know?
Yeah, I was out of line. I can't use the F word anymore.
Oh no, shit! What happened last night? I missed all of that.
That's not what happened last night, right? That's that's Eric trying to calm that space down last night. Can't even go into a space without I don't know. I'm sorry, it's a poison word. I can say nothing, but you were wrong, Eric. You're right. You were wrong.
I was wrong, but the Mormon cult overrode my authority on that particular evening.
That's like hearing all that shit. The interview was great, right? It was a great interview. I don't know. I don't
Wait,
get
what
it.
interview? Well, hold on. Rewind. Recap for like those of us who were sleeping.
I'm letting Eric, because I'm not putting my neck in that noose with him.
Yeah, I don't remember the. I missed the interview. I came in at the towards the
Who
end
was
of the interview.
interviewed?
The God of Kolob. I think it was the Lord Jesus Kolob, or they don't call him Jesus, though.
Wait, who was interviewed? A Mormon?
Taylor, you may not know this, but apparently the Mormons have their own planet. It's called KOLOB. Were you aware of that?
I was not aware of that.
Hey, I wasn't until yesterday, so I had to have a few drinks, and I went in there and dropped the F word a few times too many. So I apologize for that.
Was Kimball in there?
Of course he was.
He was the host, and then Dune was in there, and that's who was offended most. So Dune and Kimball are good buddies, I guess. So I had to be dropped down. So I accepted my punishment.
I told Dune, I don't know. Dune might not be happy with me either, because yesterday I said that he liked white balls being smacked on his chin. So he might have been a little disgruntled about that earlier in the afternoon.
He should embrace his inner gayness. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, honestly, if someone's gay, whatever, that's cool. I don't give a shit. Let them do what the hell they want.
I thought he embraced his gay. That's why I included him in my gay speech about the ball flapping, because I thought he was in the space, and so I thought I'd include him or whatever. And then he took off. I mean, whatever. So what happened? Was there like some like Mormon bashing or like Mormon parading? What happened? Like who was being bashed and why? And I want to know the details.
Zim, I don't remember. You tell Zim. I don't really remember.
The interview I'm referring to is Eric interviewing some Mormons about all that stuff. And it's really wild belief system. Pretty cool, I thought. That's, not.
Oh, yeah, the Mormon interview. Was that recorded? Yeah. Was that space even recorded? I don't remember.
I don't know. But then they, I'm not getting drawn in. They had a guy come in with a name like, what was the last name? Like, huge guy dude, right? And then it turned into
humongous. That was funny, actually.
It turned into them making a few people making kind of gay passes at him, then him in character. You know what I mean? It was funny. But it's openly inappropriate, way more inappropriate, way inappropriate. Eric was trying. I don't know. You have to listen to the recording, but it was a failed attempt to try to kind of let's all be in the conversation. Let's steer the conversation.
Oh shit! That was recorded. It was recorded.
I hope not.
I don't know, but I think Dune kind of made a flirtatious remark to humongous, and then that's kind of what set me off, I think.
And what'd you say?
I really don't remember. I had drinks of vodka, and then I was a little buzzed up, so I don't really remember.
Zim, as an innocent bystander not getting involved, what did Eric say?
I was not Zimstigator, as Casey calls me. It was not me doing that. And this is not that. Well, maybe it is.
I know it's
No,
not. We just want to laugh.
that's the
We just want to
spirit
laugh.
of the thing. And Eric said that word, and that was that, because that word is like the labeled hate word. And when I grew up, I used to get punched in the shoulder and called that, and then punched in the shoulder and called other things that are just fine words too. So mean the same stuff, you know. That's the kind of thing I don't get. Maybe I'm too old for this shit. I used to get hollered at for letting people say midget. I mean, a lot, you know. So I get it. Words are really powerful and scary.
Yeah, there's some Mormons that I like who know how to lay down some foul language with the boys, and that's Brandon Fugel. I think just there's a nice gradient in the world of Mormonism, and I just want to say Brandon Fugel. I like to simp for him when it comes to Mormons, but I'm sorry that the ones you were dealing with, DJI, were not so tolerant of your language.
Oh, hey, Mello, did you know this? I don't know. Maybe it's not the right time to bring it up. Eric wasn't too happy with me, but I said something about like Brandon Fuel having a small dick to his face and some other like small dick jokes or something like that and roasted him. But I mean, he loved it, I thought.
Oh yeah, he was so cool. I mean, not that he needed to prove anything to me. My symptom was already, pretty fulfilled. But yeah, man, I respect what he does as a person. And then he was a lot of fun to hang out with. I just kind of listened in on that conversation, so I didn't lower myself to that stuff. Of course, I would have if I was awake. But no, that was delightful. Yeah, he's just a really cool, down to earth person, and to be a it's a very rare quality for a billionaire. Let's just say.
So I never told you this, Logan, but after that space where you asked Brandon if he had a 2-inch penis, and then later I felt really weird about all that, and I wanted him to know that not to be offended by that. We were just joking around. So I said, just for the record, how big is it? And then he just texted me back the number 9, and that was it. He blocked me after that.
No way, really?
No, I'm teasing.
Oh, that'd be legendary.
Too bad the space didn't just crash right after the joke, and then then Eric's on the hook for that right after last night.
Did you guys read Elon's upcoming new Twitter rules? I mean, it's fucking Gestapo. I don't know that I'm going to post anything anymore. I'm just going to use Twitter to come and talk on Spaces. I'm not going to like anything or retweet anything or make any videos, because he's just looking for a reason to kick anybody off the platform that isn't giving him $8 a month, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, well, no. What are these rules? I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I come on here just to talk to Spaces. I don't even reply to messages anymore hardly. What's going on?
It's like 30 pages. I don't have it memorized yet. I just looked at it real quick, and it's basically they can kick you off for any reason, and you can't do shit about it. And if you say anything and they don't like it, or he doesn't like it, or whatever. And there's going to be no more porn on Twitter. So we'll see. We're going to see if it's really true or if he's just using selective elimination.
That's silly though, because how do you have an everything app if you don't have everything? Because it kind of defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose. Like if you want to have everything on an app in one place, then you can't discriminate against stuff. No, you have to allow everything, even the people that you disagree with or that Elon disagrees with.
Yeah, well, this is free speech absolutism in the marketplace, obviously.
Yeah, true.
So I heard that, this is not a joke, that Elon is working out. Apparently he's posting videos where he's getting kind of ripped and looks like he might be even on steroids. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet.
Isn't he going to fight? What's his face? What's his face from Facebook? Aren't they going to fight?
If you were Elon, would you only be on steroids? Would you like to, I'll be on steroids?
Yeah, I'd be ripped as fuck. I'd be so jacked. If I had to fight Mark Zuckerberg, I'd be ripped as a motherfucker. For sure. I mean, that's going to go down in the history books. No doubt.
I'm going for Elon.
Yeah, Elon for sure. I think Elon will knock Zuckerberg out.
Not if he gets too thin working out. You got to keep that belly, man. You got to go in chest first, belly out.
Yeah, if he could just like gain tons of weight because he's already got the height advantage. He hasn't trained before. He doesn't know the sport. But yeah, he should just go sumo style, I think, and he should train as a sumo wrestler and just flatten Zuckerberg is probably his best bet. I'm not an athlete, so that's just a guess as to what might work.
I think Zuckerberg's going to go all Bruce Lee on him. I don't think he has any idea that Zuckerberg's going to just karate chop his ass.
Somebody should do a story with that, and then it's for charity, and they're kind of slap box, and then turns fight, and one takes out the other a little, the other takes out the other, then they start like shooting each other with laser beams out of their eyes.
Yeah, do you guys ever watch any YouTube animation? My favorite being was Meat Canyon. He does these very artistic, satirical things of that nature. I'm sure he'll go crazy if that ever happens.
No, but if you have an iPad or even iPhone and you have the iMovie app, I didn't even know this. There's an animation filter, so you could take like a regular video and animate it and speed it up, slow it down, change the voice. It's pretty cool. That's the way to go in the future, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm actually literally doing those tools right now as we speak. I'm doing some hand-drawn animation, which is one of my sort of art things that I do, which is the slow old version of that. But I'm simultaneously messing around with a couple apps, including Runway too, which has a really cool thing where you can like just input a video or just video yourself, and then turn yourself into like rather realistic and awesome looking 3D like claymation, for example. So those things are just going to be, yeah, I mean. It's a little sad to be a hand-drawn animated artist right now. What I try to do is kind of like mix those ingredients together, but yeah, it's kind of stunning what you can do with these apps. It's really fun.
Yeah. So what else is going on? What else is happening in the world?
No, I think you killed in space.
Fantastic. Yes. Well, my art is looking good anyway. I'll take a picture of it later. What else is going on? Well, we're knocking on heaven's door, so we're I guess exploring those mysteries to some extent.
I'm getting kind of sleepy.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, press one. Hold on. We're coming for you.
What?
We're coming to the island. We're gonna be there. You know what's happening today? There's a new UAP website. Wait,
okay, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but there's a new UAP website debuting today, according to a Defense Scoop. They have to it's Congress mandated, so they have to like have it by today apparently, and they're gonna put it up. I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be legendary. Just kidding, I just made that part up. I'm sure it's gonna be shitty, but you're meant to like report your UAP sightings to it. I don't know if anyone feels weird about that.
I wouldn't. I'd feel weird, and I wouldn't report it to that. Hey, that lady being put in charge is the deputy undersecretary or something in the Pentagon. She's interviewed by Jon Stewart about Pentagon spending and stuff. And I think I shared a link. I know I commented on a link from it.
That's a good interview, by the way. I enjoyed that.
How you like that personality? I've seen some of that. You know what I mean, Eric? Her.
She's full blown Pentagon, no doubt about it.
But she's also ballsy, right? I mean, I gotta respect. Like, oh yeah, like when you tell people in those positions, hey, it's not all right that you don't know. And they kind of, the real thing is like, they're like, yeah, we're saying we don't know, but we know. You just don't need to know. That's how it is. You know what I mean? Talking about an audit. You don't know what an audit is. Can you imagine? That's the one in charge. That's the new hero, guys.
But I talked to my friend about that actually, he told me how it works. So they do audit everything's audited. He said every freaking penny's audited. So let's just say if it was 850 million or billion, whatever the number was, I forgot. And maybe publicly they're not going to give us an accounting of where that money goes. I think that's what Jon Stewart wanted to know, is where the fuck is this money going? And they're just not. It's classified. That's the bottom line, and so it is accounted for. It's just that she can't. She's not going to tell them where the money goes. She may not even know where the money goes. She's probably in a compartment too.
They are, man. Undersecretary. Yeah. Yeah. You don't know enough. Admiral, right? Remember with the. Yeah, I think I think that's what it's all about, the compartmentalization, and then they got to take the words of people that it's all for the good. It's just weird. It's so vulnerable, if you ask me. I mean, think of it as a vulnerability. Like, really? Who here knew? Who here knows? No hands go up. I'm like, wait a minute, we've been acting on this the whole time?
Well, I mean, like, the suggestion is it's so compartmentalized that some of these people probably aren't even aware what they're even working on sometimes. I mean, some of them probably are, but they keep it so small where if anyone blows the whistle, you know exactly who to point to. Like I guarantee you that's why they keep it so compartmentalized, so that they can snuff out the people that try to blow the whistle.
Hey, we got Sasha jumping into the space. What's up? We were in some other adventures earlier this morning. How are you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, doing great. And what a perfect time to enter the space. The last thing I heard was Mistress suggesting that I'm going to try to rewind and gauge what you guys were talking about. But what was said was that they're not sure what they're working on themselves, and they keep it so compartmentalized or quiet or discreet, whatever synonym you want to use. I think there's a little bit of purpose behind that because of observing the state of affairs that we're in right now. Like when you release a news story or something that you are working on, the variance in interpretation and perspectives that comes with all that, everybody brings this train of bias with them into their perception of that nugget of reality that you're trying to expose to the world, and that can kind of work against you if you're trying to present something that's very formidable and is going to help a lot of people in the long run, because it can be viewed as conspiratorial or governmental or secret society or aliens or fake or deep fake. All of this litany of like reactions that would have to be well maintained in advance of releasing something that was for the pure good, or to really improve people's lives. You want to avoid skepticism if you're trying to do something like that.
Something that's going to be released for pure good.
Well, yeah, you see, if I do, you're going to have like a response as to why that wouldn't be.
No, just give one example.
You could have subjective experiences catered to the buildup of life that someone has had, to where it's tailor fit for them to, no pun intended, tailor fit to confront some things that they've been keeping quietly to themselves, that they're afraid of, so that they can conquer those demons, so to speak, and move on from them. So you can have tailored subjective experiences of that nature, technologically speaking, that would tap into like the natural flow of how obstacles should be faced, mental challenges or courage.
Like what?
What are you saying,
trying
dude?
to get an example.
So
Yeah, that's
you're
kind of a little
saying,
too deep for this early in the morning, bro.
yeah, I think what you're saying is ignoring the facts of the conversation. Conversation is the compartmentalization of government secret projects, and the good reason for it is it's got to stay secret until it's decided upon by someone to make it not secret, and that should be Congress. in something called the what do they call it? The Constitution. That's what it is. So that's what we're talking about.
Well, a society has to be destroyed in order to be rebuilt again, right? So we're looking at war in a couple of hours or days or a month or a year or so.
I'm lost at what you're getting at. I'm sorry. War. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Hi.
I was gonna
What's up,
say
Bonnie?
that. Hi. Earlier on, we were talking about Nibiru, and I was gonna say that it reminds me of that movie Melancholia. One of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest that you watch it.
Hey, Kristen Dunst?
Yes.
It's a bit sad.
Yeah, psych thrillers like that really like fuck with my brain, and I enjoy it. But also, it like begs the question: if something like that were to happen, what would you do, and how would you handle it? And I like that it shows all different versions of how the human psyche would handle the end of the world
That
like that.
can't happen. That's completely imagination.
The
I
world can
know, but
never
what if
end,
it
guys.
could?
The world will never end ever. We'll just continue to go on forever. Even though like the sun is just gonna continue to go on forever and ever, and we're gonna have God just infuse hydrogen forever, so the sun could just continue on, and we'll just be here forever.
If anything, the world is growing.
Yeah, the world's growing, the sun's not growing, and we'll just be here forever.
Like all of us personally, or just us as a species, or maybe a little bit of
Like
each?
physically, planet.
That guy, he is, yeah.
But yeah, who was it? Where did she go? Anyway, yeah, I love that movie. Lars von Trier is a great director. It's not my favorite movie of his, but I'm a huge fan of his work. And yeah, it is an interesting psychological kind of look at different people and how they'd accept sort of impending doom and all that stuff. And the visuals, I remember there being some very innovative ultra slow motion photography that was really cool. And yeah, he's a very interesting visual artist. Taylor, what's up?
I was just gonna ask, so have y'all heard about that's my alarm? I wonder what it sounds like on y'all's end when my alarm goes off. But anyway, I was just gonna ask about if y'all heard about the sodium layer that surrounds the Earth. So like, yeah, have y'all ever heard about that before?
What is it? The sodium layer?
Yeah, like a layer of sodium in the atmosphere or something, like above, the Earth.
Like a margarita glass?
Yes, precisely. Y'all haven't heard about it?
I can fill them in real quick. If this planet sets up a natural global layer, usually about 3 miles thick, a sodium atomic exists between about 50 to 65 miles, 80 and 105 kilometers altitude. The sodium organics from the ablation of meteors, the atom are naturally excited and emit a weak glow near a wavelength of 589 sodium D lines. Interesting.
Yeah, space dust, huh? Pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I don't know. It's just very interesting to me.
Have you heard anything more about it as to how it may be affecting us or what it could be used for?
Yeah, so I have my own theories, but I'll maybe get into that one day. But like, okay, so the sodium. So how I learned about it was I was at a scientific conference, and there were some people that worked for NASA there, and I asked them about this aberration effect that happens like when we look at the stars. So you might have seen videos people posted originally, like on Twitter or something, of like videos of stars that they like captured or something, and it says like this is what stars naturally look like, and it like looks like crazy. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. I can find a video because I think I replied to a video like that a few days ago. But yeah, so it's like I asked these people at NASA what this effect is caused from, like, or is it a true thing? Like, do stars really look like this under a telescope? And he said yes, they do. And I was like asking why it looks like that, and he said it's something called the seeing effect, and they say it's like, atmospheric fluctuations or whatever. But it is a real thing. Like, the stars really do look like this under telescopes. And I was like, okay, well, how do y'all compensate for that? And then they said that they shoot lasers up at the sodium layer on the outside, the surrounding the Earth, that they shoot lasers up there and make an artificial star that they use to like calibrate their telescopes. So whenever they do view stars, it doesn't have that seeing effect anymore. And yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that word ablation in the definition, I never heard it before in the context of astronomical type matters. I think I've heard it mostly in terms of like medical procedures and things. Does anyone know what ablation means? Because
Aberration.
I think it was ablation. I'll
You
double
got me
check one
thinking,
second.
Taylor, that maybe while they're up there, like China and the U.S., I'm talking about the Space Force. They could be collecting these meteors for their project or whatever.
Dude, they shoot a laser up there and make something called a guide star. And they like image or like view that star and use it to like calibrate their system. But yeah, so the stars actually look like that. Like, that's crazy. Let me post a video up in the chat.
So it says here, according to the internet, a meteor ablation occurs when a meteor travels through the Earth's atmosphere and the aerodynamic pressure of the surrounding atmosphere surpasses the material strength of the object. Okay, that's what I thought it meant, but it wasn't. It's a very different term than I think when it's used for like medical science. Yeah, okay. So it just gets incinerated essentially. I wonder when it gets incinerated how it disperses. Maybe it explodes and sort of spreads around in smaller particles, I guess.
Did you guys hear about Ivy Loeb finding that alien object under the water?
Yeah, I was listening to an interview about that the other night, and which one was it? That scientist guy Brian Keating or something. He's a physicist or something. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear from. I just think he's a. I mean, what do I know? I'm not a scientist, but yeah, Avi Loeb. I mean, I just loved his whole scientific approach, and he seems very fearless and proactive, and he just raises all this money to do these things. And what do you make of the findings? Or I guess we're midway through the findings. He has a book coming out that's about everything he's been doing previous to this, and then he's sort of in a sort of a controversial manner, sort of sharing the process of doing his science on social media and through interviews, where normally I guess they'd wait for some kind of like journal, publication and review before kind of going on a media blitz. But I guess he was doing that anyway because of his book coming out. So yeah, there's a lot going on. What do you make of his findings, and when did he say it's going to be released?
I'm not sure, but can you please look at the chat and look at that video of the stars? They look so. I swear. I need to go to work.
Wow, that's really cool. I love that. Oh, you have to go, but in the movie I made, it's a sci-fi film about the phenomena. I had to hand animate using CGI as well to create different stars and star effects. So like this would have been really useful when I was sort of analyzing how stars flicker and such. So thanks for sharing that.
Dude, doesn't it look like they're underwater? People make that comment like it looks like they're underwater. Like, doesn't it though? I know it's like the aberration effect or whatever, but for real.
Yeah, I love this. There's so many different ways to perceive, stars, and I've analyzed a number of them when I made my visual effects, and but it's weird because like you could do something very realistic like this, but to the movie going audience, they're so used to sort of these more simplistic sort of twinkling looks of stars. Anyway, yeah, it's fascinating how we perceive them.
No, I asked somebody that works in NASA about this precise question about like, is this a real video of a star? People say it's a real video, and then some people comment like, oh, you're just not like focusing your camera right or whatever. And I asked them, and they're like, yes, that's actually what they look like, and we have to, compensate for that by using the guide star, shoot it at using a laser shot at the sodium layer in the atmosphere. And I was like, what? Like, that's freaking crazy. I never knew about that. But anyway.
Yeah, that is interesting. They have to sort of compensate for all that, all those particles and things that are in the way.
I mean, I feel like at a certain point, you can't just use the word like refraction and like, like basically these optical illusions to explain everything. Like, I swear, every question I asked, it was like, oh, well, that's just like an effect by like, like lens refraction and just stuff like that, like atmospheric refraction. And that's the answer for everything. I don't know. At a certain point, just kind of it gets funny. I just personally laugh at it. But anyway, it could be completely true, and it could just be atmospheric fluctuations causing that effect. But why don't we see it with like the moon and stuff? Like, I don't know. It's just very strange.
Yeah, you don't get back with the moon.
Yeah.
I swear, time and refraction are the answer to like that will be used as an answer to everything. Like, oh, well, just enough time. Oh, well, just like refraction. Like, I swear, I hear those answers all the time. It's just funny. I've made it like a joke now.
Yeah, we got to get ourselves into space so we can see things without all this refraction and stuff.
Dude, I'm afraid we see the same thing, dude. I don't know. They say it's atmospheric fluctuations, and I guess I believe them, but anyway. Okay, other than that, though, yesterday I saw this cool video, and it's just got me really thinking. And this is just like my personal, like, just observations. So, also, if you go very deep in the ocean, in a lot of places, they have these things called brine lakes, where it's like this high salinity or like high salt content, high sodium. It'd be like sodium chloride, whatever. Um, but yeah, this high salt content, and this. Let me post the video up in these people like that traveled to the bottom of the ocean, like went down there and saw these brine lakes. They've actually put it on like Planet Earth and stuff. Like they've posted videos of it, and they tried to go inside of the brine lake, and then they like bounced right off of it. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. Like just thinking about how they bounced right off it, because there's other reports like that of high salt content and the potential for it to have such a strong barrier like that. And like salt, it is ionic. Sodium ions and chloride ions, like sodium chloride, which makes up table salt, for example. So that's like ions. So whenever they talk about like the ions and like like the ion that forms this like these different like the ionosphere, for example, like are they talking about those ions? Like are they talking about sodium chloride or like sodium in the ionic layer? And I haven't like dug any deeper into that because it just got me thinking that yesterday I started thinking about that. But I don't know, I want to look more into it because it is very interesting to put like two and two together. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking up the ionic layer now while trying to do some animation. Yes, very nice. I know I love these topics. It's the kind of I'm doing a music video for someone, animated, hand drawn, my sort of old school approach. And it's fun because part of how I do it is I just sort of I don't plan it out, I don't storyboard it. I mean, I have some general ideas of how to satisfy the client, hopefully, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, at least when I do my own projects, I just literally draw and then I draw and then I just draw every frame, and it's cool. So to have this input and to have these different research topics kind of floating in, it kind of yeah, definitely gives me some new sort of compositions.
Does anybody have Chat GTP? Can y'all ask it like what type of ions are in the ionosphere? Because I'm like trying to get ready for work. Otherwise, I would.
Well, I just Googled it, which is not as fancy, but it is known that sorry if I'm saying this wrong, N plus two, how does one say that scientifically, as well as NO plus and O plus two ions are the major ion populations in the I can do this, ionospheric E and F layers, sounds like musical terms, and primarily created through photoionization and ion neutral electron chemical reactions. If that helps.
You said N and N plus 2?
Yeah, N plus 2 as well as NO plus, as well as the third one is O plus 2 ions, or the major ion populations.
Okay, that's like nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, so I was wondering if this. Okay, so can you look up the height of the sodium layer that surrounds the Earth versus like the ionosphere?
Let me get back to my computer. Okay, wait. Say it again. The height of the ionosphere.
Yeah, where is like how high is the sodium layer, and then how high is the ionosphere? I think the ionosphere is like 100 miles high. Am I wrong? I'm guessing right now.
It says here a natural globular layer, usually about 3 miles thick, of sodium atoms exists between about 50 and 65 miles altitude. The sodium originates from the ablation of meteors, as discussed. The atoms are naturally exited and emit a weak glow near a wavelength of 589 nm, yellow, known as the sodium D lines.
Okay, so 50 to 65. Now, where's the ionosphere? I thought the ionosphere was like 30 to 100, but I might be completely off. I'm not sure.
Says here, hold this letting
50 to
hold on,
100
I got
miles.
these advertising.
Sorry, I'm still here. I didn't take off. I was just involved in some next level shit.
Ah, yes. Please elaborate. What kind of next level shit are you doing?
Really just involved me smoking a fag out by the back. Sorry about that.
Ah, yes, that would be that sound like a nice thing to do. I'm glad you got out. Do you bring your phone when you do that, or does it not like work out there?
No, I have Wi-Fi. I don't have like cell reception, so I have to like I'm strictly like bound by the Wi-Fi distance. So it's kind of a
Yeah.
bummer.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, I'm on the East Coast right now where I have fantastic signal. Oh my God, I'm going to exploit it. Take a long walk, maybe. I lose you guys in the elevator of this building, sadly, but I'm going to attempt the stairs maybe. But yeah, once I'm on the streets, I mean, I can just, I like, I was in a space before this and I was just frolicking around, went out, got a coffee. Oh my gosh. But like, West Coast, yeah, I'm chained to my Wi-Fi. I gotta get a different phone out there.
Mello, how
It's
high is
really.
the ionosphere?
Oh, I thought someone already told you about that. No.
50.
Yeah, and I'm
How do you
still
pronounce your name?
wondering.
Call me
Ivy. I just
Ivy
call
or
you
Ivan.
Ivy. Is that what I call you? Okay, Ivan. Ivy. Yo, didn't you read that to us? Or
Yeah, Taylor was like 50 to 100 miles. Let me read.
50 to 100. I was dang close. I was close. 50
Oh,
to
no,
100.
sorry.
Okay,
50
so,
to
and
600
then,
miles. That's different.
dang, 600? 50 to 600. Okay, cool. I mean, I was kind of close at the beginning of it, but not the end. So 50 to 600. Okay, and the sodium layer is 50 to 65. Is that what you said, Mello?
oh, I'm away from my computer again.
Bro,
My
how could
goodness, I'm
you
trying to
already forget?
multitask. Oh, I'm coming back
Hey, I
here.
got you. Hold on. What's the question? I got you.
Where is the sodium layer in the atmosphere?
I gotcha. Sodium atoms exist between about 50 to 65.
Oh my gosh. So at the beginning of the ionosphere is the freaking sodium layer. I am freaking done. I knew it.
So, what does this mean? Your suspicions? What are they? Where are they leading us?
Don't worry about it.
So my thing says the sodium layer in the Earth's atmosphere is located in a region known as the mesosphere. The mesosphere is the third layer of the Earth's atmosphere and is situated above the troposphere and the stratosphere. It spans roughly about 50 to 85 kilometers above the Earth's surface. The sodium layer is formed by the presence of sodium atoms and ions, which are released into the atmosphere through processes like meteor ablation. When meteors attend or enter the Earth's atmosphere, they burn up due to blah 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 blah. The sodium layer is relatively sparse and its presence often depicted using a technique called sodium lidar. This involves using a. Hey, what's the answer, asshole?
Wait, keep reading. Keep reading. It's pretty cool. The LiDAR system. Talk about it.
This involves shining a laser into the mesosphere, exciting the sodium atoms and causing them to emit light. By studying the characteristics of this emitted light, scientists can gather information about the density and altitude of the sodium layer. But it doesn't say
That's not
like
why they
what's.
shoot the lasers. They shoot them up there because they're making a guide star in order to compensate for the atmospheric effects whenever viewing stars. Because it literally looks like the stars are underwater, and they make a
This
guide
chat
star.
is a goddamn liar.
Dude, it's funny because I was actually reading about that yesterday. But anyway, people are always trying to like do like backflips on the truth on freaking Google or whatever. I don't know. Just be honest. Like you make guide. They might use lasers to also study the sodium layer, but I know that they mainly use them to make guide stars. You know, to compensate for the atmospheric effects whenever viewing stars. But anyway, okay, so I know I'm onto something here. Like if I get any more information, I'm gonna let y'all know.
You want the crack of like you want the crack if India's like been faking the moon landing this whole time or what?
Well, we already know that.
Do we? I mean, I have the proof
Mellow.
that it's real.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah. Oh, what do I have to watch?
That ass.
I'm always watching that ass, sweetheart. But okay, is there some there in terms of the fakery and deception of the Indian
Yeah,
moon
just the
project?
image alone looks fake. You don't even have to see the video.
Yeah, but that image was supposed to be fake, right? That was like a simulation or
The
something.
thing Mello's saying is that there's actually no video proof of them landing on the moon. That's what he's saying.
Not that I've seen, yeah, but it would be useful if they were to have caught, took some photos at least. Maybe
Yeah, they took photos. They took photos of the moon. They didn't take any videos. They only took photos, and they're the most high resolution photos ever taken.
Okay, post them up in the chat.
Why do I gotta post them? Just Google India
I
moon
did, and all I
landing.
got was ridiculous freaking AI footage.
All right,
That's you visit too many of those conspiracy websites. Your shit's tailored to your shit, Taylor.
Tailored to Taylor, which is good. We all need our little happy places on the internet. Yeah, these photos look pretty realistic so far. I'm gonna keep checking this out.
And they're so realistic that India had to retract some of their photos because they showed objects um, like buildings on the moon. They actually had deleted some of the original photos because it showed some of the objects on the moon and shit. So that tells you that like they're all in on this bullshit.
Hold up, I just like looked this up on Twitter, just because I was trying to find the video you're talking about, a picture, whatever. And it says readers added context. Don't you love when they say that? And it says India's Chandrayaan-3 mission to land on the moon has been extensively tracked and confirmed during its journey and after landing by a variety of independent amateur sources. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what's funny about that. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, so where's the real looking pictures? Because I'm just getting like these ridiculous like videos of AI.
I mean, I'm seriously not gonna post those pictures because that's just beneath me, honestly.
But yeah, I'm looking at some sort of video of the landing. Also, I don't know, looks kind of realistic. But what's a tip off for? I mean, you're not looking at the one I'm looking at, but if you want to, once you're not too busy, Taylor, maybe you can post the ones that look suspicious, and we can try to figure out what's going on.
I've already put them in the chat.
I just posted China's moon landing, or Mars.
I will say that supposedly NASA landed on like one of Jupiter's moons, and like that shit looks the most CGI video I've ever fucking seen. It was like ridiculously CGI looking. I will say that about NASA's like Jupiter moon landing, whatever the fuck that was.
Okay, so our Artemis 3, that's going to be the soonest manned attempt at a moon landing. Is that correct?
Is that correct? I don't know.
Yeah, it's coming up in a year or so, I think. And it's strange because no one seems to really be discussing it very much. I guess she's not here now, but we were talking about it in the space we were on like a week ago. But yeah, because there's many theories, of course, that we're not allowed on the moon or we can't go back to the moon. So would be interesting to see if we actually do go back there, because that would be an indicator as to the extent to which that may or may not be true. It doesn't seem to be true that we're not allowed to go there, but yeah, Artemis 3, we should look into it.
Maybe they said like the United States like not allowed to go back for like the next year because they're doing repairs or something.
I heard it's because it belongs to China.
But China has not, they have them not put people on the moon, have they? Right?
Haven't they? On the dark side?
Not that has been documented, right?
No, but I mean, I think the U.S. has been to the moon like more times than we've like officially acknowledged. Like I'd be willing to bet that like that first time we landed on the moon like wasn't the very first time. I think they probably had like a practice run before that even to make sure like it all went according to plan or some bullshit or who knows what.
I mean, it's certainly possible, but I mean, do you really think that's most likely true?
No, I don't. But I think it's possible.
From a budget perspective, it doesn't seem realistic because they
No, not really. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I love all those theories and, the whole Kubrick. I mean, I don't believe him, but, the whole idea of Kubrick getting kind of, bamboozled and, pressured into recreating it or not recreating it, but, creating it as an illusion. Yeah, it doesn't seem to add up in terms of the data and facts, but it is interesting to see the way they, and through their marketing and propaganda try to, make it seem more moon-like than they could actually achieve in the field.
I mean, you can't blame him. I mean, if I was the U.S., I would build like the largest fucking sound studio in the world has ever seen ever as well to fake that moon landing to make it seem like we landed on the moon. Because I mean, like we don't want Russia having that high ground. We want to make Russia think that like we launched that shit and we got as far as we fucking could and maybe we did land on the moon. Like fuck, they can't see the moon from like where they're at. Maybe all the way. Maybe who knows? So like we want them to think that we're on the moon, fucking launching nukes from the moon probably if we could. God knows.
It's an awesome story, and it makes sense in terms of everyone's motivations at the time, And in the short term, yeah, that would have been a fantastic like use of resources to just like get Kubrick, blackmail him, get $1 million or so together to fake it, and then just spend all your money. I mean, the only problem though, and here's the part that doesn't track even as a story that well is that. Sure, they might have faked it, but they would also be doing everything humanly possible to get these rockets into the sky because that's what the whole thing was about, was the intercontinental ballistic missiles. So if they're not workshopping that idea to the fullest, they're not working in their quote unquote national interests.
Yeah, I agree.
So, let's say we did go to the moon, as it seems, right? Is there any validity to that theory idea that because we've seen the videos of the astronauts and they seem all shell shocked after they returned and that they seem like they've been traumatized. Maybe it was just the trauma of the
Okay, I have a question.
adventure.
I just wonder why they don't just attach a video camera, like if they go to the moon all the time. Just attach a video camera from launch to landing. Okay, even on like whatever whatever machine you say. You don't have to be people going up there. Just attach it to whatever you're sending up there, whatever rover or whatever, and just show the launch to landing, and that would end so many conspiracies, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Like,
yeah, but they don't give a fuck about conspiracies. They don't give a fuck about conspiracies. Let the conspiracies roam.
Seriously, we give them all this money. We give NASA so much money, and they can't simply attach a camera to one of their freaking missions.
I mean,
yeah, well, why would they? Like, all we're gonna do is bitch about it.
Because we give them all
but
this
like,
money.
and on their end, like they're like, it's not gonna know jack shit. But we're gonna talk about. We're gonna bitch about
y'all
it.
know that they're dirty.
Well, we don't.
Well, I mean, maybe not.
Maybe not.
We're investigating that possibility. We don't know that. We have to. You're a scientist, my friend, like an actual one. So we have to just be careful when we say we know things that we don't. It's good to follow the clues, and you could be right, but until proven otherwise.
No, I mean, with all the tax money that we're giving them, they could. All I'm saying is they could simply attach a camera, and if they don't,
I agree. Yeah.
If they don't care about we the people and what we want to see, and we want to see all this tax money that's going up there on the moon, like just make a video of whatever mission you're doing, whatever billions of dollars that we're putting into it. Just make a video evidence of it. It does
Yeah,
not
yeah,
hurt to throw a
not
camera on
not
there.
just for
They have all these
of the
cameras
public.
imaging stuff anyway, so like, why can't you just release footage? Like, we deserve that should not be classified. The moon should not be classified. That's public information. We are all on this planet, and we all have the right to see our moon. That's technology or something. It's the
Yeah,
freaking moon.
from a scientific perspective as well, they should be documenting it from every possible conceivable way. And video is a very easy and developed technology that can withstand all kinds of atmospheric and space environmental concerns. So there's no excuse. They should have sensors and cameras everywhere just because it's a scientific mission.
Well, that's usually what they're going
And
to
they
do.
should
Like,
also
even when
share
they
it
send
with the
these
public.
probes out, like, okay, just make a video for launching from the Earth, and they should have like a time lapse or something, like a video live streamed of some of these Voyagers and these probes that we're sending out there. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems way too easy, and it's just frustrating how they just don't just simply do that. They know that they should.
Yeah,
They don't. It's
yeah. I
not a
mean,
question on whether
why?
they
What are
should.
they? Yeah. Like, what are they not? What's to edit out? Like, why can't they just show us the whole thing?
Exactly. Like, we
No,
paid
we
money
know
for the
why.
whole
We
thing,
know
so let's
exactly why.
make a video of
Because
it.
they don't want us to know all their secret little
I
projects.
know whenever they fund research that we do, and most other scientists in America, you have to document everything. You have to have everything documented. You have to have multiple, lines of evidence to show that you actually got these results and that this actually happened and that their funding money went to this. But why doesn't NASA get held to that same accountability when they're probably giving more money than the NIH? Like, why are the NSA, like the National?
Well, I mean, they're primarily funded for national defense. That's why, right? They're not like the heart of it is not scientific exploration. The heart of it is making sure we get nuked last, I guess, right?
Yeah, like the NSF, like the National Science Foundation, and the NIH, the National Institute of Health. Like, I'm pretty sure NASA gets more funding than they do. Okay, and they have to show a lot of evidence of every project that they fund. I don't know. It's just such bull.
It is such bull. Fuck all those assholes at NASA.
Dude, my neighbor actually works at NASA, and I still like he's really shy and stuff, and he's like young too. Like, I have not talked to him, but I want to one day. Like, I want to talk to him. Apparently, he works on building like the engines. Like, he puts together the engines that they use. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna ask him one day
Please
and discuss this.
use your good manners, Taylor. Make good friendships with this person, and we'd love to. Maybe he can come on Spaces or just talk to us privately, because it's always good to know what's really going on.
Yeah, we'll interrogate his ass.
Yeah, but he's like really really shy. Like, I don't know how to even like approach talking to him about NASA. I know he works there, but I don't know. He's just really shy.
Well, you're a gorgeous woman and a scientist. I'm sure it's going to be very easy for you to like ask him, for some coffee or something, and then one thing will lead to another, and we'll be getting all the secrets, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'll try
Very
that one
great.
day. See how that goes. But yeah, no, I think that he would talk about it. I just don't know if he's even at the ranking of knowing anything. Like, I think that he might just literally put together the engines. Now, I do know somebody that works at my school in the physics department, and he works on the balloon project, which is interesting in itself. We could talk about that too. I swear, I've actually learned some pretty interesting stuff from people that work at NASA. So the scientific conference, I learned about the sodium layer and the laser guide stars that they use to calibrate their cameras. And from this guy, I learned that they actually like do these like huge balloon projects, like where they actually use these balloons to go up and study things and release satellites. He they okay, so the people in this particular, they were in like something funded like for a balloon project, but I wasn't in it because I'm not in the physics department, so I couldn't like attend. But they actually went to launch a satellite in a balloon. And it's interesting because this was the same time that whole Chinese balloon thing was going on. And he's like, oh, that's just amateur radio. That's an amateur radio satellite that they shot down. So this was the same time, and everybody was saying, oh, they like satellites, they're just like put on balloons and stuff. Like, there was like a whole conspiracy about that whenever that Chinese balloon thing happens. And he was telling us at that same time, like a week before I learned about the balloon projects and satellites.
Wait, this person said that which balloon that was shot down was not, was like an amateur thing.
This guy that works at NASA, and he's actively working there on these balloon projects.
But are you talking about like that huge like high tech alleged Chinese spy balloon, that one, or one of the
Yes,
subsequent
he
things?
said that was an amateur radio. He said that was an amateur radio satellite. That's what he said, and he taught the amateur radio class. Like, we're in an amateur radio student organization.
But we
Yeah.
know one of them was our amateur radio like satellite. It was the other two that were the issue. The one that landed over like Alaska was like not that. It was like a spacecraft.
I thought China acknowledged it was theirs, though. But also, yeah, the more interesting part was the subsequent, objects in the sky. But I'm confused about all this.
I know. I swear. So I've actually gotten some good information from people that work at NASA, even though they definitely don't go into certain areas. I've asked about certain areas, like, for example, how do these radio waves bounce off of the atmosphere? Like, we know that they bounce off of the solid ground, right? But how do they bounce off of the atmosphere? I know you're saying ionosphere up there. Oh wow, I never thought about that. So he said that they bounce off of the ionosphere, and earlier we were talking about how the ionosphere has a sodium layer. Wow. Okay, I just put another piece of the puzzle together. I think I'm onto something. I swear. But yeah, yeah, and like he didn't like talking about stuff like that. You could tell like he'll like change the subject like whenever you ask about questions like that. But he did share about how they use balloons to like launch these satellites, which is crazy in itself. Because after he told me about that and told us about that, I was trying to find a video of them launching a satellite, and I could not find one. I could not find a video of them launching a satellite from the ground and releasing it. I was like, you would think that there would be a video of that, right? And also,
Taylor, answer me this. Taylor. Do you think there's a flat Earth, Taylor?
no, I don't. And it wouldn't be flat anyway, because we know that there's like an underground, a deep underground, like, because like even according to the Bible, like Jesus went to the center of the earth, right? To conquer hell. Okay, so I know that there has to be a center, so it's not like some flat disc or anything like that. Yeah.
So you think
Well,
it's the
is there a
firmament?
center of it?
That's the thing. The firmament and the Van Allen belt is something that I'm very interested in, right? That is something that NASA said. NASA's the one that first put me on it by saying that there's an impenetrable barrier surrounding the earth. After I heard that, I was very skeptical. And yeah, and now I'm just like learning about this ionosphere and sodium layer that I never knew about. And anyway, so and radio waves can bounce off of it. Okay, so if radio waves bounce off of it, like, and electrons can't even permeate it, then how can large objects go through it? They say that sometimes, like, the Van Allen belt.
Very carefully.
Okay, yeah, right. And they say that like sometimes the Van Allen belt has fluctuations, and that's how they were able to get through it. But I'm just like very interested in this whole topic. But it's hard to get information on it, and just this quote impenetrable barrier that is according to NASA. Just interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out this whole according to NASA narrative. I got to figure out what their narrative is.
I feel like you just have to put pieces together yourself. Like some of the research that goes on for NASA, like I believe that there's legitimate researchers, that work for NASA and they're actually researching stuff. But then it's probably like the Freemasons, where it's like some people are in the know and some people aren't. Like they call the Freemasons like, okay, it's a cult within a cult, So I feel like there is honest researchers that study the atmosphere and stuff like that, and they put out a lot of papers on it, on like the atmosphere and you know things like that. But in terms of like some of the things that they claim to do and stuff like that, I don't know if everybody's like knows about that. I think that it might be like the Freemasons, where it's a cult in a cult. They might not know.
Taylor, you've read Warner von Braun's tombstone, right? He's the father of NASA, or head of NASA.
I thought Jack Parsons was the founder of von Braun. That was from the Project Paperclip, Operation Paperclip, whatever. The guy that came from the Nazis. I haven't I
Please
haven't read.
tell us what's on his tombstone.
Yeah, I haven't read that. Whatever you're talking about.
He talks about the firmament.
Oh, we'll get back to the firmament, but Mr. Ivy, what's on the tombstone, man?
It's on his tombstone. It reads Psalms 19:1. So in the Bible, it means the heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands. The day after they pour forth speech, not after whatever. I think that's there's no speech of language where there's voice. The voice is not heard. No. So yeah, the quote is the heavens declare the glory of God. Something that's
And the skies proclaim His handiwork. Right. It's like just the beauty of, and I've actually posted that verse. Yeah, yeah, I know that verse. That's interesting. How, yeah, he had that on his tombstone.
Hey, I have a question. Hi. If you don't mind.
Good to see you again.
Hey, yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for letting me up here. Taylor, you said, and I'm just, you said something about NASA and like the balloons, and like that was like really kind of like cutting edge or interesting or fascinating. But like, I remember sitting on my couch in college like 10 years ago, feels like, watching some guy float up in a balloon to the atmosphere and just jump out from Red Bull. Like, so I don't really understand why, a balloon taking a satellite into the air is that phenomenal.
it was
Considering that
low
something like
orbit.
maybe I'm missing something, but I think I
Yeah.
mean,
So I went on a deep dive on these balloon projects. Okay, so first of all, there was when people said that these balloons have satellites, or the Chinese balloon had a satellite on it. Everybody's like, no, it's not a satellite. Da da da. Satellites aren't on balloons. They're like, balloons don't ever like launch satellites, and that wasn't like maybe an official statement, but I heard people trying to disprove, quote, conspiracy theorists
well,
because of the that my alarm keeps going off.
what's the technical definition of a satellite here? Because isn't that just
Oh,
anything
I don't
that's
know.
floating
I didn't make it
around?
that far, but
So I don't know.
maybe it's not that astonishing, but it was just cool to me because I didn't know about like how much funding NASA put into balloon projects. But after I researched it, like I read about some of their different balloon projects, and they were freaking crazy. Like I never knew that they did this much with balloons. Like I thought it was like a joke.
No, I never really thought about it either. But I mean, just from a common sense standpoint, from my end, it seems like, just fossil fuels are expensive. Like rocketing a giant hunk of metal into the sky is expensive. If I can fill a big balloon up and attach it with, to something and it floats away, it's going to definitely be good for everybody's bottom line. And
Yeah,
seems like the
absolutely.
money,
And it's
seems like the money is always what it comes back to in these things. So, maybe they've just been acting like they don't know that balloons can do this for a while, and they've just been siphoning off money. I don't know. It's just I just thought it was
yeah.
curious.
It was
I
kind
don't.
of it's kind of comical to me. Like there's like such serious like projects going on with these balloons. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but it's not like anything revolutionary that like nobody has access to the knowledge or something. It's pretty well known knowledge in the scientific field. I just didn't know about it. I didn't know that they did this much with balloons. So that was just my ignorance from that. So it was astonishing to me, but it's not that astonishing probably to people that work at NASA because they've been apparently doing it for a while.
Word.
Yeah, y'all should look into it. They did a lot of balloon projects in order to study the
Okay.
atmosphere. In order to study the atmosphere, I was like, what? Like that's really cool and that's really crazy. Just to me though, that's just my opinion.
Did anyone go out and look at the supermoon last night? And if you did you guys wake up feeling kind of drained this morning? I don't know.
Dude,
My
I
wife and I
was
were kind of talking.
yes, dude.
It's almost like the moon soaked some of the juice out of the world, and that's why it was
I
bright.
saw some clarity.
Wow, man. Purely
Dude,
anecdotal
yesterday was
here,
crazy.
but yeah, I did not look at it. I went to sleep at like I was so tired after like 6 p.m. and then I went to bed at like not even like 8 p.m. and I could
It
have
was
kept sleeping.
it
If I
was
not wake up to work stuff, I would have just I don't know. I felt so wiped out, and that's a coincidence or maybe not.
It was transcendent. It was crazy. But I think, I don't know, maybe there is something to that. Why it was so bright is because it was getting a lot of energy from the peeps.
Even though it was that bright, I still couldn't see a flag through my microscope or telescope.
Yeah, if it was a microscope, that might have been why. But you couldn't see a flag.
I'm gonna strangle you with my bare hands, Ivy. You couldn't see a flag?
No flag. Not even a pole. Come on, fucking no vacuum. How much thrust did it take from Earth to the moon and then back? 90 seconds of fuel. Yeah, right, Apollo 13.
And that's another interesting sort of, if you guys don't mind giving me a little space, sort of sidebar, like space. What is space? It's just the distance between objects, but it's like we think we know how far away things are, but that's how we perceive them from here on this planet. Like, who's to say, we haven't actually been into space to see how far away it is? And I kind of think that there's something to that sort of concept of things, maybe like distance is kind of what you make it. And because our collective consciousness is like, oh, it's so far away. But it's like if we actually tried to get to another star, I think we might be surprised at how quick it kind of starts getting bigger in the windshield. Um, but it's like, who's going to be the first to actually give that a shot? Like, we don't know what physics and what time and space and matter do in that kind of a void. We don't know what kind of actual forces are acting upon anything in that space. And so, we don't really know that the laws that are here are even more than tangentially, similar. So I always think that's kind of curious that we assume that, oh, flying in space is so far away, it's so hard. And I'm like, well, maybe it's, that's what we say from here, but we can only perceive it from that great distance. Like you said, 90 seconds of thrust to get to the moon. Okay, maybe how far away is the moon? I don't know. It doesn't look that far away, but apparently it's pretty far away. Same thing with the sun. Has anyone tried to fly into the sun? Have you?
I think that they had a video of it, but yeah, didn't they have a video of them flying something into the sun?
That's impossible.
Yeah, made by AI. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm being a troll. I love you guys. I'll
Wouldn't
stop.
it melt?
No, I actually like. I kind of feel what you're saying for sure. I tend to, yeah.
It's just crazy that we think we know, but it's a lot of it's based on tangential assumptions that literally basically got discovered mathematically in the last 40 or 50 years. So it's kind of wild.
I agree. I agree. And I actually saw something else cool yesterday. So somebody was describing like the moon, and they were showing like the craters and how the craters have like this like dimple in the middle of them, and they're saying that this is like something that happens whenever like a crater happens and like the dimple happens in the middle. Like that's something that happens for like not completely liquid, but like I don't remember what they compared it to, like but they compared it to bubbles pop red dough or something like that, and like this is what they naturally look like if it's like kind of a liquid like medium. So I don't know, it was interesting. I don't know, has anybody else heard about that? Because I know Screen talks about the plasma moon or whatever, but has anybody else heard about the dimples and the comets, like the craters or whatever? If not, I'll look into it because it's pretty cool.
You're talking about the craters on the moon
Yeah, the
specifically, or
craters on the
just
moon
craters?
and like how they like how they're formed and how they look, like how there's like a dimple in the middle of a circle, and that usually happens with something that's like not completely solid.
Yeah. Hollow moon theory. Do you prescribe to that, or do you think it's some sort of geological moon sort of lack of density in the inside, or that it's all constructed? What's your hot take, Taylor?
I guess the person that was talking about this yesterday was probably following along the lines of what Screen believes about it being like, I guess you'd call it plasma, even though plasma, I don't think it'd be like plasma, but I think it's like solid. But yeah.
Yo, you guys, this just hit me right now. You guys were talking about this. So, the moon, right? What if it's just a seal? Like, what if that's the top?
You're saying you think it's hollow? Is that
No,
what's going on here?
like, you know how on our dollar bill it says the Great Seal? Seal, like this, when you seal something. What if that's what the moon is? What if the moon is the top?
Like an escape hatch?
I
Like
don't know if
out?
it's in Egyptian scriptures where it says the top is the bottom, as below.
Is it moon like our watermark or something? It's like a branding, flourish of some kind, trademark. A seal. So something like when you say seal, there's a lot of different, I guess, definitions of it. A seal, like something that holds it together, something that's just
Like a
decorative. Or
secret,
what do you?
pretty much, right? It could be like a secret. But I mean seal as in like, it could be the top.
That's interesting. Like you're saying that it goes backwards, and that's why it's like tidally locked with us because we only see one side of it all the time. So like basically, like what's on the dark side of the moon? Or I was thinking like seal, like we just see like the outer layer of something. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
That's interesting. I haven't heard about that before. But later on after work, I can post this video of what I'm talking about.
Well, that very trippy idea got me thinking about the movie, 1957 movie, The Seventh Seal. I don't know if you've seen it, but by the Swedish auteur. But now it's based on, biblical, part of the Revelation 8:1. The seventh seal refers to a biblical passage about the end of the world from the book of Revelation, used both at the very start of the film and again towards the end, beginning with the words, "And when we had opened the seventh seal, there was a silence in heaven," Anunnakin on heaven's door, of course. There was a silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. Taylor, what does that all mean?
Wait, what?
I was just reading.
I'm sorry. Can you read the actual verse? And I don't know. Revelations hasn't unfolded yet, so I don't know if we can completely say what it's like because we haven't seen
Hey,
it.
I actually had a theory that I wrote on my whiteboard last night relating to this, which is funny. What if John, thought he was seeing the future, but he was really seeing the past, and he was seeing some of the stuff that happened in like the Sumerian text, like what's the thing called, the Inlena Ginish or something? I don't even know, Elam Ginish, and because a lot of the stuff that they describe in the early parts of creation with the beast and the Tiamat, whatever, sounds very similar to the shit that John wrote about. And that got me just thinking, like, shit, like, something as simple as translating one word wrong, past or present, could turn the whole freaking Bible sideways.
One
And
word?
then, what is
There's
time?
almost a million words in the Bible.
Hold on. Jordan is totally trolling right now. And I think he's just spouting ideas to see what Taylor will run with. And I am in the bathtub right now, so I just put that out there.
I got that you were in the bathtub mostly, and that's good for you, man. You keep up with the hygiene.
I'm eating like day old like Pizza Hut. Man, that's just better even like a day later.
Pizza, that does sound good.
Dude, are you okay, Logan? You
He
sound pretty
sounds
rough.
like he's at an amusement park, and like this amusement park, instead of water, throws out pizzas and shit.
I'm eating Pizza Hut in the bathtub and smoking a cigarette. What are you talking about? I'm doing great.
Yeah, I think he's doing pretty good. And it's good that he's bathing and eating, so I'm happy.
Logan, why are you drinking so much?
Well, he seems busy, but I think he's on holiday still, right? He's out of town, having a great time, and that's all good stuff potentially.
I thought that he completely moved out. Didn't you move to Mississippi, Logan?
What? Yeah, I'm in Mississippi right now. It's hot here.
Did you move there like permanently? Are you on
I mean, I don't
holiday?
know. What is time? I don't have a return ticket if that's what you mean.
That's some heavy rain.
See, Mello, he's not on holiday. I'm sorry.
so does he still have a home elsewhere?
Oh yeah.
See, he's on a holiday. I mean, for as long as he wants, an
I got
extended
you.
holiday,
Okay,
perhaps.
I see. We'll turn up then.
I mean, I said I was hanging out in the bathtub, eating pizza, smoking a cigarette, and drinking fucking Rumpelstilts or whatever it's called. I'm having a gay old time, man. It's some good shit here, and I'm loving this conversation. Yeah.
I'm loving you, buddy, and I'm loving the good energy. Things have been going. You've been on an adventure, and I'm happy for you.
Logan,
Oh, and
what?
I'm eating salad. It's not as interesting, but
Are
that's
you
why my
in
mouth's full.
are you in southern Mississippi or northern Mississippi?
I'm in Hattiesburg.
Where's that?
And you mentioned you're like 20 minutes from Amy. Are you still thinking of like giving her a high five or something?
I mean, I wouldn't dream of like leaving this place without saying hello to Amy. There's no way I could. Yeah, we're definitely hanging out.
Yeah. She should cruise on over to your neck of the woods. Because you're in the tub, you're busy, but or you'll work it out between the two of you, I'm sure.
So what's to say here about nipples on the moon?
Oh yeah, nipples on the moon, right, Taylor? Very sexy stuff. It's certainly there's some weird things that at least we're not used to as planet Earth dwellers in terms of how the meteors collide with the surface of the moon. It does seem a little strange.
Logan, you're less than 2 hours away from me.
Oh yeah, we can kick it too.
Oh, you're in Mississippi also, Taylor?
Taylor, what did you think about the UFO hearing? Or I mean, sorry, UAP.
I thought that they were like purposely trying to deceive people with the biologic statement. I think that there could be biological UFOs. Interesting.
What about that? What would be the potential deception by mentioning the biological NHI beings?
I think that they were implying that there's like biological civilizations elsewhere and they were visiting us from outer space. Okay, that's what I believe that they're trying to imply, but I do not believe that that is the case. Therefore, deceptive.
Oh, okay. So I mean, if I had to guess, I don't, but if gun to head, proverbially, I would say that there's beings coming from other places and also from here. Like, do you think just here only is where the beings originate?
I think that they originate from underground, mainly. Yeah, we don't have really good from outer space, so I think that that's a big like deception. And I don't think that they're able to sustain a biological civilization based on their physical characteristics.
Okay, so because their physical I can speak. Physical characteristics is one of the clues for you that they originate from inner Earth, or but not in an outer world kind of setting.
No, not just the physical characteristics for the inner Earth, because they literally come from underground. I think that they come from inner Earth because they are literally seen going underground, and I believe that they're coming from underground, and for other reasons. There's a lot of people that talk about. Oh my God, my cat is under my freaking. Get out of here, Missy! What are you doing? There's a lot of people that claim that they like had encounters with ETs and like underground like facilities or cave systems or whatever it may be. So yeah, that as well.
I mean, that's a very big thing to believe based on limited information. I'm not saying you're wrong, but to me, it just seems like it's on a very basic level. Not saying that I know one way or another, but to me, it seems like likely things are coming from other dimensions. Things are likely coming from geographically beneath us in terms of this planet, and there's probably things coming from, and I would guess definitely things, and a vast majority of the things are probably coming from elsewhere, just because elsewhere is a like near infinite amount more there than here. And so if things are coming from somewhere, it would probably be from, all those places also.
But there are other dimensions that lie within our underground, under the earth, whatever. So like the inner earth, I don't believe it's hollow or whatever, but I do believe that there's like another dimension that overlays, underground. So it could be physical and it could be like spiritual at the same time.
But
Yeah,
not from
well, there's
space.
see
Just
about having limited evidence. There's absolutely no evidence that they're coming from space. So that's just like a fairy tale.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's no like hard conclusive evidence of that. I don't know if there necessarily is for it coming from elsewhere. Probably more of that because we're only able to observe things where we are in terms of really clear data. So I get that, but to assume that I don't know. I
Don't
can
we have
understand
more?
how, from your perspective, there's more evidence of what you're saying, but just to say that there's therefore nothing else coming from other places just seems like a big
Well,
leap to
how
make.
many
I don't know.
cameras do we have pointed at the sky and the moon, and outer space compared to underground? Like, we actually don't have that many cameras set up underground, to my knowledge, and we have so much footage of recording outer space, and just people, just laymen with their telescope, and recording XYZ up there. But there's no video evidence. There's no evidence that they're coming from outer space. Okay, and there's much more documented evidence of even experiences that people had in abductions of them going underground versus going outer space. That was another thing in this MIT, or like I think it was like Michigan something, this conference that they had for UFOs back in the 1900s. That was one thing that was presented, was that people will claim to go underground sometimes, but nobody's ever claimed to go in a spaceship and go to outer space. So there's just not really any evidence for these beings like originating and coming from outer space. But they are interdimensional, and yeah.
Well, there's tons of like radar from submarines supposedly that they are coming from underground. I mean, underwater.
That would be cool. You said there's radar showing that?
Well, it's classified, but they are talking about it. They did admit that they do have classified information that they are coming up from, or from below the water or the oceans.
That is cool. Yeah, I've actually, yeah, and they show that on like History Channel and stuff. Like, and they have multiple people like that, army members or people in the military that claim to have seen these things come from underwater, and that's still underground. So
Right, right. That all makes sense. But in those, similar things, often with the water, like the Nimitz, incident, and many other sightings, they've gone from the depths of the ocean, but they've also then, quite often, at least from these accounts, gone straight up, past where any of their instruments can detect how high they went, so into space, as far as we can see. So I think there is a lot of sightings of these objects and potentially entities drifting, away from Earth as well.
do you have an example?
I believe, like I said, the Nimitz thing, right? Wasn't and some others I can look up where the pilots would often say that what their instruments perceived, as well as what they perceived with their own senses, was that these many different occasions I could look up. These UAP type crafts or orbs or whatever they might be would just go straight up and very quickly and out of sight. I'm sure you've heard of these accounts.
Not really.
I mean, how much can you really, call that proof? But it is, when it is a person, and these are pretty credible type people, professionals, who do this all the time, and and also the instrument readings that would go. I can look it up, but it's pretty. These are the most common type incidents, and they usually do involve both extremes of the depth of the ocean as well as the maximum height you could possibly capture or perceive.
I don't know. Never heard of that. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the reality. I just wouldn't assume it's not true just because, we lack so much evidence on everything. So who knows, right? I mean, but for me, I just, until I, can get some sort of evidence, I just never personally say I believe something. But I know you need to have sort of theories and things to pursue. So it's not like you should not have theories about things, but just I would, for myself, I try not to like hit the belief mindset too soon.
Hey
Yeah,
Mello,
I
hey
used to.
Mello. Hey Mello, I got about like 9% left, and I'm taking a deep dive into this bathtub. So I don't know if you want to start up a space, that'd be great. But I got some sunflower seeds and some leftover pizza to finish in this bathtub, and it's probably gonna die before I get to the battery. So I just want to say I love you and I love everyone here, and yeah.
For sure, man. Yeah, you have a full plate of excitement going on there, so very understandable. Yeah, I have some. I would love to keep talking to all these lovely people. I have to go to a meeting. What time? At like 3. Is that? I'm used to doing these longer spaces, but I can hang for a few hours while I finish my art, if anyone wants. Though, if you need a longer term commitment, unfortunately, that will have to wait until I get back in town.
Oh no, I mean, this space is gonna die like very soon, like in the next few minutes. I was just saying, if you want to start up a space, I'd love to join because I still want to hang out with you or whatever and everyone else. But yeah, my space is gonna die
Yeah,
very soon. So
it's not like it costs money to just. I'll make a space, and then, but yeah, just giving you guys the heads up. It will last about a little under 3 hours, but it's going to be jam packed with awesomeness and the best of all possible people, I'm guessing. So let's do it. Let's shut it. Let's resuscitate this effort.
yes, everyone head over to Mellow Space. Let's hurrah!
All right, I might have to use this title again. I kind of like it, but it can evolve. Well, okay, we'll see you in a sec.